Hello everyone and welcome to another distinguished episode of Under the Skin, a series where I take a look at the various meanings and references of the weapon skins in Battlefield 1. I'm Christopher, the video game historian, and on this episode, I'm going to be taking a look at the Undark skin recently released for the 12-gauge automatic, the Crown Prince skin, which I foolishly deleted many months ago in my first attempt at covering the skin for the Selbstlader M1916, the Pontcarré skin for the Lebel 1886, as well as the Isanzo skin for the Automatico M1918. The first skin for this video is the new Undark skin for the 12-gauge automatic, and is named in reference to a brand of luminous paint called Undark. This paint was produced by the US Radium Corporation between 1917 and 1938, and was used mainly in watch and clock dials to illuminate them in the dark. The paint itself was a mixture of zinc sulfide and radium, a radioactive material. During the war, there were rifle sights that were made as luminous night sights. However, the burning of magnesium was required for the sights to illuminate at all for the soldier to see in the dark. In 1915, the Martin Company had patented phosphorescent night sights, but I'm unsure exactly the measure used to get the sights illuminated. Additionally, in France, luminous sights were attached to the French Bethère 0715 rifles, which were illuminated by the use of radium paint on the sights. These sights were called Système de Visée Luminée. The radium sights in the game would be similar to radium sights at the time, and would have been painted with a radioactive material to illuminate them. Call me crazy, but I'd rather not have any of that anywhere near my eyes. The distinguished Crown Prince skin for the Selbstlader M1916 is a reference to the eldest son of Kaiser Wilhelm II, Crown Prince Wilhelm. Born in Potsdam on May 6, 1882, he would effectively be the last Crown Prince of Germany and Prussia. In his youth, he attended school in Plön and then later at the University of Bonn. He was a promiscuous adolescent and allegedly had affairs with an American opera singer, as well as Mata Hari, the World War I spy. To his father, this behavior was unacceptable, and he was banished to Danzig, where Wilhelm began speaking out against his father's politics. In 1905, he married and had 6 children with his wife. When the war broke out in August 1914, he was given command of the German Fifth Army, which he held for about 2 years before being promoted and given command of the army group Crown Prince, which consisted of 3 armies occupying the central section of the German line on the Western Front. In 1918, he commanded his army to a victory at the Aisne, but understood that Germany was still likely to be defeated in an Allied counteroffensive at the Second Battle of the Marne, and pleaded with the Third Supreme Command to order a retreat, which fell on deaf ears. During the German revolutions later in 1918, the royal family fled to the Netherlands in exile. He'd moved back to Germany in 1923, where he supported Hitler in the early days of his reign. After 1934, he retracted his support and lived a quiet life as a private citizen. The next skin for this video is a Pontcarré skin for the Lebel 1886, and is in reference to the President of France during World War I, Raymond Poincaré. Poincaré was born in August 1860 in the Lorraine department, France, and would go on to graduate from the University of Paris, where he studied law and would become a lawyer in the French bar in 1882. In 1887, he would enter the world of politics when he was elected as a deputy of the French district of Meuse. During his tenure between 1887 and 1912, he would hold various positions in the French government. In January of 1912, he was elected as Prime Minister, and a year later in 1913, ran for and was elected as president, a significantly less powerful position. Poincaré was a conservative and nationalist, and during the war he proved to be a strong leader as well as a mainstay of French morale. He was active in policy making, working to strengthen alliances with England and Russia, and increased the service term for military service from 2 years to 3. During the peace conference and the Treaty of Versailles, he called for Germany to have severe repercussions for the war, calling for them to take responsibility and to pay severe fines, as he saw the terms of the treaty to be very laxed. After the war, he helped bring about prosperity to the French economy after its economic crisis of 1926. He'd retire from political office in 1929 after his party was defeated, and he would pass away in 1934. Finally, the last skin for this video is the Isonzo skin for the Automatico, and is named in reference to the various battles of Isonzo. Between May 23, 1915 and October 27, 1917, there were 12 battles in all between the Kingdom of Italy and the German and Austro-Hungarian empires. Now, for the sake of keeping this segment as short as I can, I won't go into detail about all the battles, but rather a brief summary of who won and the dates. The battles themselves are named due to the fact that they all took place in the Isonzo Valley in Slovenia due to its strategic location and importance to the sector, as a breakthrough of the line would allow the Italians to advance towards Vienna with ease. Now, the first battle was fought between June 23rd and July 7th, 1915, resulting in Austrian victory. The second battle was an Italian victory fought between July 18th to August 3rd. The third and fourth battles resulted in Austrian victories again, and fought between October 18th to November 3rd and November 10th to December 2nd, 1915. The fifth battle had no clear winner, but took place between March 6th to the 15th, 1916. The sixth battle, fought August 6th to the 17th, had resulted in an Italian victory, while the next two were again inconclusive, with no clear winner. These were fought between September 14th to the 18th and October 10th to the 12th. On October 31st, the ninth battle started with an Italian victory on November 4th. The 10th battle wouldn't take place until May 10th, 1917, and ended on June 8th with an Austrian victory. The 11th was again inconclusive, taking place between August 18th and September 12th. Finally, the last Battle of Isonzo took place on October 24th to November 19th, 1917, ending the campaign with a decisive Austrian victory. This final battle is also known as Caporetto. All in all, the Italians suffered under 1 million casualties, while the Austrians suffered just over 520,000. That's all for this week's episode. Hopefully you all enjoyed it, and if so, please leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and leave your comments down below. Also, don't forget to follow me on social media with Facebook and Twitter, as well as add me on the Xbox One for some Battlefield 1943 action before Battlefield 5 is released. Until next time, I'll see you all on the battlefield.